You're watching the Faithful Fan Talk Podcast with your host, the Noster. Featuring live takes, news updates, game reactions, with real Lakers and 49ers fans. And now, time to get right into it with your host.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Faithful Fan Talk podcast show. This is your host, the Noster. We're talking Niners talk this week, the NFL draft. We're talking free agents that were signed during the offseason. We're going to be going over that. Now, I had a guest show lined up earlier this week who couldn't quite make it. So what I did was I pre-recorded the show for this week earlier. He couldn't make it to the show. Unfortunately, there was a scheduling conflict of some sort. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and transition to the show I recorded earlier in the week. And then once we're done with that, we're going to go ahead and fast forward to today when I did have my guest live to talk a little bit of Bucks and Niners. Just our NFL draft signings, and just wanted to go over each other's reactions. So without further ado, let's get to it, and let's take a look at earlier this week, and then we'll jump back on for the interview I have with my guest. Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome to the Faithful Fan Talk podcast show. You are now on our third episode. Niners talk is what we're going to be doing this week. We've got a lot of things to talk about. We have the NFL draft. We have a couple of free agents that were signed over the course of the offseason. We are going to talk about Mike Evans as well. When we do get to Mike Evans, we're actually going to have a guest from the Cover 5 podcast show. We're going to have Flo join us in a little bit, and we're going to be talking about what he brings to the table to the 49ers, and just get his reaction to how this all went down, because as you know, Mike Evans was part of the Tampa Bay Bucks, and he is a Tampa Bay Bucks fan. So just want to get his perspective on this whole ordeal, and just break down his strengths, his weaknesses, you name it. This is what we're going to be talking about today. So without further ado, let's get to talk about the NFL draft. We have the draft coming on Thursday. The 49ers have 6 picks in this upcoming NFL draft. And, we got a first-round pick at number 27. We have a pick at round 2. We have picks, 4 picks in the 4th round. We have let me see what they're in the 130 range. They're actually complementary or compensatory picks, if you want to call it that. Those are basically from free agents that were lost over the past year. They did have a round 3 pick, but that went away. It got traded to the Dallas Cowboys. They signed defensive lineman Osa Odighizuwa, and I hope I said that correct. I'm pretty sure I said that right. So, we got 127, 133, 138, and 139 in round 4. So that's basically your breakdown. Now, the 49ers may get more picks. Who knows? There's quite a bit of rumor going on with the round 1 pick. The number 27, they may look to possibly trade Brandon Ayuk before or at that pick. We don't know. If they look to get more picks, they may look to trade down to get some additional picks instead of just the one pick in the first round. So we'll see. It's going to be interesting to see who they sign. Obviously, they have a need to fill in for the offensive line. They have to find a way to protect Brock Purdy so that he's not always scrambling around, running for his dear life. So now history has shown us in the past that they have not really emphasized the offensive line. So what do I expect in this NFL draft? Obviously, they're always going to be looking to strengthen the defensive line. That has been their formula. That's been the Shanahan formula for, you name it, since he's been with the team. So, am I looking for any, surprising signings? I would say if we do get somebody, it would be a safety. I would be happy if we got a safety in the NFL draft, because you need somebody in that spot defensively. Wide receiver, they've always been known to obtain wide receivers. I wouldn't probably pick a wide receiver at number 27, but if you can trade down to get some additional picks down the road, maybe you can get someone later in the first round towards the bottom or near the second round. That's what I would do. They need somebody more specifically to cover the offensive line. If they don't, then obviously I won't be surprised, because that hasn't been their key priority for dozens of years. And that's just coming from all the. If history has shown us in the past, that's I don't expect them to make a flashy signing at that spot. Now, let's talk about the free agent signings for the 49ers. They didn't really have a lot of splashy moves this offseason, but they did sign a lot of complementary pieces. And what I mean what I mean by that is supplementary players where they're needed to fill in holes that are pretty low risk signings, if you ask me. But you get a lot of reward if those deals work out. They signed Rob Jones. It was a guard. Did have 3 career starts in Miami. Now, he has an injury history. He didn't play in 2025. He didn't play in the 2025 season because he broke a bone in his neck after signing with Dallas last off season. And why does that not surprise me with the 49ers? Apparently, they like to sign a lot of injury-prone players. But I guess they are attracted to those players because they do have a lot of solid reward if they, in fact, end up working out for the team. So he's been signed on a 1-year deal. We'll see how that goes. He's going to have to obviously earn his spot for that position. Mind you, he is a veteran, so that does give him some benefit. They also signed Corliss Waitman, who's a punter. He's also signing on a 1-year, $1 million, $1.29 million contract deal. I would say he's probably more of an upgrade over the veteran punter Thomas Morstead. He will obviously have to compete to get that spot. He does have a little bit more upside than Morstead in that he's left-footed. He offers more hang time, so he has better production in getting that ball down the field closer to the other end zone. So we're going to see how that goes. Now, one of the key signings in the offseason that the Niners needed to get done like pretty much right away is the kicker. Because we all know how the Jake Moody experiment played out, and honestly, you see all these gray hairs that's probably the reason why. One of the reasons why I kept getting more gray hairs watching these freaking football games where Jake Moody just kept on missing the damn field goal, even extra points. I mean, you should literally freaking hear me tear my hair off every time he went on the field. You knew exactly what the hell he was gonna do or not do, which is miss the damn field goal. So, we needed to get this signing out of the way. He's got a 4-year contract. Eddie Pinero is what we call him. And he's been pretty much a solid, stable at that position since the departure of Robbie Gould. He went on 28 of 29 field goal attempts. He ranks in the top 3 among kickers in field goal percentage since 2000. He used to be a member of the Chicago Bears, and honestly, we don't have to worry about whether or not he's going to miss the field goal kick once he gets on the field. He's darn good at long range field goal kicks as well. So I am happy with this move. They should have done it from the beginning, which they did. So I'm happy. Moving on. We got another free agent signing in Brett Toth. He also is on a 1-year deal. So he is going to be a swing tackle on the interior. Not a whole lot of career starts, unfortunately. He spent some time with the Philadelphia Eagles. So he's going to be competing for the spot for the 49ers on that center position. Now, we got another signing here. We have Christian Kirk, who is a wide receiver. Now, he is going to provide something for the 49ers, joining Mike Evans. You got a solid pair with him. We got Ricky Pearsall, who's obviously going to return. So he is going to be obviously the replacement for Juwan Jennings, who's leaving the 49ers. Now, he has to get past some injuries. Whether or not he still has juice in the tank, we still have to see. He had an injury to his hamstring. So, I mean, I could see this as a low risk. Obviously, he's got a 1-year contract worth up to $6 million. Luke Gifford, linebacker. He is assigned a 2-year deal worth up to $5.3 million, and he's earned a Pro Bowl nod after trying for special teams tackles. He shouldn't have to play much on defense, to be honest. It should allow him to focus primarily on his special teams role. So we're gonna see. He's another low risk signing, but obviously important for the linebacker position. They re-signed Jake Tonjes, who's our tight end, who proved to be really valuable in the time that George Kittle went down with a couple of injuries last year. So obviously re-signing him was a key signing to that position where it's needed. You're obviously not going to get George Kittle to come back on the first week of the 2026 season. I don't care who out there is saying that he's going to be back for week 1. The Achilles tear, you cannot fast track that process. You need to take that injury and you need to rehab it right. It's got to be in the right time. If you rush it too quickly, you're going to end up re-aggravating or possibly injuring another part of your leg. So, Kittle, just take your time. You'll be back when you'll be back, and for now, we'll just hold the fort with Jake Tonjes. He signed on a 2-year, $8 million deal. Cornerback. We got 49ers signing the former Packer to a 1-year deal up to $4.5 million. So they've been gauging exactly what they've been doing last season, part because obviously they had a need to add this group with Hobbs. He had a disappointing year, I would say, with Green Bay. So he is looking to bounce back. He did sign a 1-year deal up to $4.5 million. He generally profiles more as a nickel corner, but the Niners have a promising rookie in Upton Stout in that spot. Usually their second year with Upton Stout, you're looking to make more of a progression in your second year, so I can see that obviously playing out a lot better for him. But he does provide some solid depth on the inside and out. So we got another free agent signing with Darian Lowe. Now, I hope I said that correctly. Offensive tackle. He's on a 2-year, $12 million contract. He does have a $5.75 million guarantee. So we're going to have to... The 49ers are going to have bigger fish to fry, obviously. The Trent Williams situation, which, by the way, I should mention, finally got resolved. I believe he signed a 2-year deal at age 38, so we are finally going to have him back for the 2026 season. So we can finally put that situation to ease now that he re-signed with the 49ers at left tackle. We have Dre Greenlaw, who's also going to return to the 49ers after his 1-year stint with Denver. Obviously, they did not play out too well. He had a lengthy injury history, which right now he's on a 1-year, $7.5 million deal that he had with the Broncos. He will obviously provide some needed reinforcement on the defensive line, pairing up with Fred Warner. So it is a low risk, high reward if they can get anything out of him. He's obviously he's going to try to reestablish himself on that side of the football field. And hopefully these signings, which, keep in mind, they're not the splashiest moves, but they do provide important holes for the 49ers where they needed to fill. There's still a lot more that's going to happen, obviously, in the coming months. We've got Brandon Ayuk, who we don't know yet what's going to happen with him. We're trying to get him off the books and see if there's a team-friendly deal that someone's willing to accommodate him. And who knows? I think we're still looking at possibly the Commanders trying to work out a deal with the 49ers to get Brandon Ayuk. So yes, that's pretty much what we have lined up. So the key splashy move the 49ers make, obviously, is we got Mike Evans, who's wide receiver. He has agreed to a 3-year deal worth $60 million. So that one, obviously, is going to be huge because for once in our life, we're going to have a big red zone target, which is going to be an attractive pairing with Brock Purdy. Now we can have someone to rely on. It's going to have a pretty much lethal combination with him, George Kittle, once he comes back, Ricky Pearsall, Christian Kirk. You have Christian McCaffrey as the core skill group. So this signing's fundamentally going to change the structure of how the defenses have to play the 49ers. So we're going to dig in deep with Mike Evans in a bit. We are going to have our cover 5 of guest join us in a bit. and his name is Flo, and we will cover his strengths and his weaknesses, and we are looking forward to discussing the pros, the cons with Mike Evans. So we're going to wait and see if he's on there. I know he should be joining us momentarily. All right, everybody. I have my live guest here, Flo from the Cover 5 team. And obviously, this is a recording a couple days after my original episode. So finally, I was able to get him on the show. Scheduling didn't work out the day we had planned, but glad to have you here, Flo. Well, tell me how are you feeling with your draft? I know a lot of people already know what my thoughts are on our draft, but I'll let you lead. How are you feeling after the pick with the Bucks?
Well, first of all, I want to thank you for having me on. And I
Yeah.
have been following your channel now for a while. I did encourage you to get on it, and I'm glad that it's going. And I like your shorts. You know, they're straight to the point. They're funny, and this is why I wanted you to have a channel, because your reactions are always amazing. You know, you said that they should call it the Kyle Shanahan draft.
They should. Yeah. I mean, there's no denying about that.
Yeah.
The
So
history has shown us the last couple of years. It's all him. The fingerprints on all the picks. It's all over him.
yeah, man, it's it's funny to see that, but like you said, my team definitely very, very happy with the first pick that we got. Ruben Bain was a steal. He was supposed to be a top 10 pick. We got him at 15. I was not expecting to see him that drop that much in the draft. I originally wanted Messidor because I figured he was going to be there originally, but when we got Bain, I'm like, this guy he's the kind of guy we need on this team that has absolutely zero
Yeah.
pass rush. You know?
Yeah, and a lot of mock drafts had him being taken by the Bucks, so I'm not very surprised. Now, I believe you have a couple. I believe you have a pick coming up soon today, if I'm not
Yes.
mistaken.
Yes.
Yeah, and how's that looking like?
Well, I don't know who we're gonna get, but I do hope that we do get a quarterback, you know, because we did lose Dean in the offseason, and I hope that even though he was made out of glass and he was always hurt last year, for whatever reason, he was healthy and he played his ass off, you know. So I don't know what happened. Contract year, I guess. So he got a good deal with the Steelers, but we do have a couple of young corners back there. We have Zon McCollum, who's now I think in his third or fourth year. He was pretty good.
Yeah.
And then we had the rookie last year who was always hurt. Well, he was hurt coming out of college, and he didn't play too much. But you know, rookie cornerbacks are always going to struggle in the beginning because there's so much to learn. You know, you can't just rely on speed during this transition. So I don't know if he's still there. McCoy, I believe, is the cornerback that I was targeting, but I'm not sure if he's still there. And you know,
Yeah. Not sure. I would have to dig into that.
yeah.
I mean, a lot of the picks that we were looking to get, they didn't even come close.
No,
I mean, our needs were very different. We got more of our the head coach's wants rather than the needs for the team, and that's always been seemed to be the formula for disaster for this team. I mean, if you were to grade me or grade our team based on the 33 pick, which there were rumors that they were going to trade down yet again to acquire even more picks. Obviously, maybe they did entertain offers. They had have gotten calls, but I guess they had their sights on. Kyle had his sights on a specific player, Dejan Stribling. So, as I said yesterday in my short, they already have 3 wide receivers. Where are you going to fit this guy? You know, you got Mike Evans, which we'll get to later.
Yes.
Obviously, he was with the Bucks, and my sympathies. I know that had to be a pain to lose him.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. But they got Mike Evans. So they got Ricky Pearsall, who's time will only tell, but the description of Glass seems to be kind of relatable there, because obviously he had his incident last year where he got shot early for the season, but he had his own set of physical injuries as well during the course of the year. And then you have Christian Kirk. So you have 3 receivers right there at the core. I mean, where the hell are you going to fit Dejan Stribling? Now, granted, he's a blocking wide receiver. I guess that's what Kyle Shanahan wanted. But I mean, if you're going to get a blocker, why don't you just get an offensive lineman?
Yep.
I mean, it makes no damn sense. It makes no sense at all. Projections had this guy coming in at a pick in round 3. We could have just waited and get yourself a safety. And so this is an obvious reach. I mean, it's plain and simple. You can't dispute that. And then you go ahead and draft a running back who could have been available in later rounds as well. It's just mind-boggling. I just, yesterday was so bad. I got so pissed that I completely forgot that the Lakers were playing their Game 3 playoff game. I had my friend who lives in Colorado, and she was asking me, "Hey, did you watch the game? Did you watch the highlights, dude? You gotta watch it." Like what? And I'm like, huh? What happened? I'm like, oh crap! I was so pissed at the NFL draft that I completely forgot about the Lakers playoff game against Houston, and I totally missed out on the comeback, which put them ahead 3-0 against the Rockets. But anyways, that's the conversation for another show. But yeah, it's been a disaster for this team, and I can only hope that today is a lot different. I know you had a disappointment as well. You had a draft pick as well yesterday that you didn't feel too strongly about.
Yeah, I mean, he's a good player, right? Don't get me wrong. He's not a terrible pick, but I think it was a reach considering that there were other players available before him in the same position. I believe it was Jeremiah Hill from Texas. He was available at linebacker. And our issue last year on defense was the linebacker position, right? Levante David was in his last year. The guy retired this year in this offseason. And Servasia Dennis was an absolute disaster of a linebacker on this team. Couldn't cover for shit at all. He just was not good at all. I'm sorry from cursing, but he was just awful at covering in this team. And so we needed to address that particular part of the team is the coverage in the middle of the field. And who do we draft? A linebacker who can't cover. So I have no idea why they went with this guy other than, I mean, he's good at stopping the run. Don't get me wrong. I mean, we had that in Levante David. We had that in Devin White. We had that in KJ Britt. We had that the last couple of years. That has not been a problem. It's the linebackers who can cover that we haven't had in a long time. So why would you go with somebody that can't cover when you have somebody that's actually rated better than him in the board, right? You're looking at the board. Why would you go with this guy? I don't understand this pick. Again, I'm hoping that he pans out. I'm not super upset about the pick because again, we didn't need a linebacker, but I think my thought is this guy's going to develop, right? He already has the tools to be a great run stopper, which is a good thing to have as a linebacker. A lot of these guys don't know how to hit gaps. The over pursuit, they don't hit the gap rights. They miss their assignments. So he has that down, which is good against the run, right? But what's going to happen on third down? Are we going to take him out and put somebody else,
Yeah.
right, who needs to cover? So that's my issue with him.
Yeah, and I think this is when you mentioned third down, this is where you're probably gonna miss
Somebody
out
down. Mhm.
on Mike Evans, who is a perfect weapon to have when you had your third down play.
Yes.
So yeah, it's been quite an interesting draft. I'm not sure if I'm gonna tune in. I mean, I'll be. I mean, in terms of actually watching it. But I mean, I'll definitely be updating my phone, refreshing, and seeing who we have, and I'll probably do another reaction later today and give my thoughts. I mean, yesterday when they had the when they had the 33 pick in the second round, and they made that horrendous pick, I was livid, but I'm like, you know what? Okay, maybe there's a solid plan
You
somewhere down
throw
the
something
line.
at
Maybe
work, screamed at work, and you're like, what?
maybe there's a method to their madness. I'm like, I was literally at work, but you know, my coworker in the back was like, "You okay?" It was quiet in my yeah. I mean, so the I decided to, like, you know what? Let me collect my thoughts, and maybe there's there's gonna be a couple picks later down the road today that they will make a little bit more sense as to why they got their 33rd pick. No, they just kept going. They kept getting worse. And you know what really pisses me off? They made the Ty Simpson pick by the Rams look good.
Let's
That's
talk
how
about the
awful it
Rams.
was.
Let's talk about that one.
Now they claim Sean McVay claims that he's been on the same page, but we saw his reaction in the the interview room. I know multiple Rams fans out there who are probably not in agreement with it.
Lamb's house. That's fired.
Oh boy, yeah. So I mean, no, but this is just. I mean, they made they did the league a favor. I mean, at least in our division. I mean, go ahead and draft him. I don't care. Maybe they're using him because Jimmy Garoppolo's out the door. I heard rumors that he may possibly retire. Now, if they made that decision,
he's not the one.
Yeah, no. Matthew Stafford's still going to stay for years.
Well, that's the thing. That's the thing. I think he's not. I think this is his last year on his contract.
Well, I mean, look what happened with Aaron Rodgers.
True.
He may want to give it another run. I mean, that's not the same scenario, but I mean, let's just say, hypothetically speaking, they have a bounce back year and they do even better. Not that I want them to, but let's say they do. You can't say he will not be open to returning for another year, maybe another year two, renewing, negotiating another contract. But defeats the point of getting Ty Simpson. I mean, where are you gonna? At some point you're gonna have to give him some time.
I think Simpson is not a pick that was made, like you said, to win now. I think they're looking towards the future.
Yeah,
and I think this is the thing with quarterbacks today. They don't get to sit anymore like they did back in the day, right? And quarterbacks are not going to be successful in this league unless you sit them down. They have to learn the playbook. They have to learn to get their reps. Game. And that was the thing that you would do back in the 90s, right? You draft the quarterback, you have him sit for an entire year, and then you put him out year 2, year 3. This is why Mahomes was so good by the time he started, right? Even Brady didn't play his first full year. So I
Yeah.
think they're going to go back to that approach because a lot of these quarterbacks that are first overall picks, right? Like Mendoza, we'll see what he does, right? I think long term, Simpson can be good. I know that right now. I mean, yeah, I was like, they have other needs. I thought they were going to go with Sadiq, the tight end from Oregon, but they didn't. They went with this guy. So I'm not really knocking it too much, right? That's my pushback on Simpson. I think if you can learn under McVay and under Stafford, I think that's the best long term solution. I know that's not good for the Niners, right? But I think long term, I think he could pan out.
Yeah, I mean it'll take years to develop and get for him to get familiarized with the system, build that identity. So you're always gonna say that before you become successful, you got to have some heartaches, and I would rather have us be successful before they have any success. But um, now, which we were referring to earlier, now with Mike Evans. So I wanted to get your reaction um, earlier this week to what the Mike Evans situation looks like now that he's gone with the Bucks. Well, first of all, give me your reaction. How did you feel when he got signed with the Niners? I know that had to be a big blow. And you guys are still in rebuild mode. Um, you're pretty much starting from the ground up.
Well, I wouldn't say that. I would say that we still are competitive considering we are in the NFC South. So that is a
And
very
Baker
easy,
Mayfield, obviously,
winnable
still got
division.
some juice.
Yes, we still
Yeah.
have Baker. We still have receivers. So even though Mike Evans is a big loss, you can't replace Mike Evans. He's
No, you can't.
Mike Evans. He's the best receiver on the team for sure, historically for sure, and you could even argue, in the NFL, he's up there with the accolades that he has. Nobody has done what he's done. He
Yeah.
tied Jerry Rice,
He
who was
he. I think he surpassed Jerry Rice.
no, he didn't
Right?
surpass him. He tied him.
No, no, wait, no, you're right. Yeah,
He
you're right.
was going to surpass him
Yeah,
past year, but he got hurt, and that's when the
yeah,
streak was
yeah.
already over. So, to be put in the same category as Jerry Rice is a big deal. And we had receivers come and go in the NFL like Randy Moss. These guys, they got close, but he surpassed all these guys on terms of like consistency and being able to put up those numbers, right? And with terrible quarterbacks. People forget this guy started in the NFL with Mike Glennon and Josh McClown. I used to call him McClown because he sucked.
I remember.
Right?
Yeah.
He had two
Yeah.
quarterbacks rookie year, and he wasn't even the first option his rookie year. He was a second receiver because we have Vincent Jackson.
Yeah.
And he still put up 1,000 yards with a 2-14 team.
Yeah.
So the guy has always produced. He's never complained. We had Jameis all those years. His numbers were probably a lot better there because he would force the ball into him with triple coverage. Didn't care, right? His numbers did drop a little bit with Brady because Brady would like to spread the ball. But Evans is going to produce. He's going to show up. You're never going to see him complaining. This guy, but don't be shocked about this, Niners fans. Don't be like shocked if this happens. He might go some games where he only has 3 catches, and you're gonna be like, "What the hell? Like, why isn't he getting the ball?"
Well, yeah. Yeah. I mean, obviously, that's gonna happen.
Yeah.
I mean, we've seen it with other wide receivers before, where like we Brandon Ayuk when he was with the team,
Yeah.
and like, why is he only getting 4
3
throws?
targets. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, well, I mean, you pay him a boatload of money, and then you're not even using him.
Exactly.
And I think that was one of the complaints we heard while he was playing with the team. Of course, his ass is out the. I was almost out the door. We're trying to see if we
He's
can
out
get
the
some
door
trade
for sure.
value for him. Was that?
He's gonna be out the door for sure.
Oh yeah, no, there's no doubt about that.
Yeah.
It's not a question of if, but when.
Mhm.
But I think one of the vast key differences and improvements of getting Mike Evans over Brandon Ayuk is, number one, he's got the better leadership. I mean, you could throw the ball, and I mean, he's got such a good knowledge in red zone coverage. But it's almost. I think that's one of the key things that makes him dominant. He's a field stretching red zone dominant player. You can't roll coverage down to
Nope.
Kittle or cheat towards McCaffrey, risking a one-on-one jump ball outside. So inside the 20, he
Mhm.
becomes your primary scoring option.
Yep.
Your fade routes, your back shoulder throws, your high point balls. So he's opening up the middle now for Kittle. Now, whenever he returns, obviously, uh, he got that Achilles tear. It's just, I mean, when you have an Achilles tear, you're never gonna be exactly the
No.
same. Um, so hopefully Jake Tonjes can step it up as a tight end. He did a really good job last year. I know some people, um, I mean, he's no Kittle, but he did a decent job. I mean, he scored the game-winning touchdown against Seattle, and I think it was the second game of last year. I think it was the first game. Of course, at that time, Seattle, obviously, it was early on. We had a close game. We were able to pull it out, but uh, Mike Evans also makes life easier for Ricky Pearsall as well. So there's a lot of benefit of having him around. Do you see any potential weaknesses
The
from
only
Mike
weakness
Evans?
is his ability to stay healthy. Now that he's
Is that
older,
that's it? Yeah,
and
yeah,
then the conspiracy theory in the facility of the Niners, how people just get hurt. That is my only concern with Mike Evans. My only
yeah,
concern is that. But like you said, everything you said about him, his game, Mike Evans, what I meant to say about the whole thing, don't worry, we only asked 3 catches. Mike Evans will do whatever it takes for your team to win. He's not going to complain. He's not going to be one of these receivers who will go after the game. Oh, I only got 3 targets, like
yeah.
AJ Brown,
No,
all these
he.
guys who are divas. And you hate that at the receiver position
Oh
because
yeah,
these guys are a distraction. They're a cancer. Mike Evans will not do that to your team. Mike Evans is okay
no,
with having 3 catches as long as your team wins. So
yeah. I
he
mean,
can
I think
go.
one of
He
the
can literally go right 3 catches, 100 yards because this guy can score from anywhere on the
oh
field. And
yeah,
that's what makes him special. If you leave him one
yeah,
on one, he's gonna go deep. He's gonna catch the
yeah,
ball, and that's a guaranteed touchdown. The guy
yeah.
is
One of the
fast. He's just
yeah,
for his size. He's a mismatch. So this offense that you guys are gonna have with Mike Evans is gonna be incredible. I am happy for him because he's not going to a horrible team. He didn't chase the money because he could have come back to us. He literally said, it wasn't about the money. It was about the opportunity, the
yeah,
stadium.
yeah,
So it's clear that he wants to win a championship. And I think with you guys, I think he has a chance. With that defense that you guys have, I
yeah.
think he has a chance.
Yeah, one can hope. I mean, one of the things that plagued us year after year after year, especially last year, was the red zone offense. It's just
Yes.
you're able to get it all the way down to the red zone, and you just can't even convert. I mean, at least you were able to get some field goals from a reliable kicker in Eddie Pinero. No thanks to Jake Moody, who's always been sabotaging the team. It seems
Cody.
like. I mean, you don't even get me started with Jake Moody. He's a.
That's a
I
whole
don't care.
episode right there on Moody.
Oh yeah, yeah, oh yeah. We could go on a whole hour with this guy and his. We just could make a meme out of his face every time he gets on the field. You knew just looking at the amount of or lack thereof confidence, he wasn't going to even make a 10-yarder, a 15-yard field goal.
Oh my
I don't know
God.
where. And the fact that now going back to draft history here with the 49ers again, because this has shown that they have been making crappy decisions in the NFL draft. You drafted Jake Moody, and I believe it was round 3. I can't remember the top of my head, but you drafted a freaking kicker, Jake Moody. Are you kidding me? Who the hell does that?
We did. We did. Drafted Roberto Aguayo in the second round, in 2000, I think, was it 17?
You can't make this
Oh,
stuff
I feel your
up, man.
pain, man. I get it.
Oh man. So,
Yeah.
uh, well, let's just hope that bottom line, since Evan's gonna be the alpha boundary receiver, this would make it so much easier for everybody else, especially Purdy. Now, you got to get offensive linemen, guys. I mean, how the hell are you going to have a quarterback pass protection if you can't draft the proper guys in the draft? At least draft a guard. I mean, for crying out loud.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, they're going to have to now.
Trent Williams is
picks.
Yeah, I mean, and then Trent Williams. Yes, he did resign for another 2 years, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But he's 38 years old. You gotta start looking out for and draft for the for the future. He's not going to be with the team forever. I mean, he basically had the leverage this year in negotiation in his contract, and he almost held the team up again. So, but Father Time never is. I mean, Father Time stays undefeated. You cannot beat Father Time. I don't know how LeBron's doing it right now, but eventually the same applies to him. Trent's gonna be at the door. You gotta get your ass straight in the draft. So the pick right now, as it's looking, how many picks do the Bucks have left in the draft? It looks like you guys have 5.
I believe so.
5 picks.
Yep.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Wow. So
we can still trade up, right? Trade up and get another guy. I mean, I'm not sure again if McCoy's still out there. I'm gonna check right now. I don't think he is. But if he's out there, that's got to be the guy we got to go after.
Yeah.
You know?
I know the Niners have 4 round 4 picks, I believe, and 3 round 4 picks, and 1 in the 5th round at 179.
Yep.
So we'll see. I mean, the way the Niners have been going so far, I would not be surprised if they did go with a freaking water boy.
I just saw right now. Sorry. Jermon McCoy was picked up by the Raiders 11 minutes ago.
Okay.
So wow. That's the guy I wanted. I mean, that's a good corner. So Raiders fans, I know we got one on cover 5. That's a good pick. They've been getting some good picks. I gotta give it to them.
Yeah. They I mean, they're slowly starting to turn their team around. So they have a lot to be hopeful for. And it always starts from the top. So good news for them. So good luck to you and your team.
Yeah, I mean, look, I know that you asked about our receivers, and we still have a deep receiver room. We have obviously Ibuka, we have Godwin, who is still producing. I know he was hurt, but the guy's still producing. McMillan, who also was hurt last year, but he was on a come up, right? And then Tez, little 5'9", 160-pound Tez Johnson, right? Gives me hope as a smaller man, right? that we can make it up there too, But we also just drafted another receiver in this pick, and I was actually really happy about this one. Ted Hurst, 6'4". So that frame that Mike Evans has, that we're gonna miss, because none of these guys that I talked about have that size. He is essentially a faster version of Mike Evans. And I'm not saying he's better than him, right? There's no way I'm going to say that. But Mike Evans, right? Even though he could give you deep routes, this guy's footwork is better than Mike Evans. Mike Evans will give you good slants. He'll give you good dig routes and out routes and go routes, but
I think I think we temporarily lost Flo there from the cover 5. He's having some technical difficulties. Hopefully he can rejoin. But it's interesting to see. It's interesting to see how what's going to happen with the final day in the draft. Obviously, there's like I said, the way that our day started, which was good. We traded down to acquire more picks in the draft. Really showed me some hope, honestly. And obviously, yesterday it seemed like all the work that was done was just done for nothing. So hopefully we can get Flo back here on the show, but it looks like there's having some problems on his end. But I do want to thank him for taking the time out on a Saturday on NFL Draft Day to join us and give us his thoughts on the whole Mike Evans situation, his team, and all the picks. For you guys out there, the 49er fans that are still, to this day, even though our management is making some really awful decisions, and we're staying faithful here, and that's what the name of the show is, the Faithful Fan Talk podcast. I mean, we are here to praise the team when they do good, but we're also here to let them have it when things are not going the way that our expectations are set. So there's a lot of things to fix. Hopefully, I'm proven wrong, and we make some good, solid choices for today in the final day of the draft, and we can have something good to talk about in the next show. So until then, keep it real. Remember to, if you have any comments, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, comment down below. Let us know your thoughts about this whole draft. I know a lot of you are probably not in favor of the moves that have been happening. If there are others of you that do like the moves, let me know. What are your thoughts? Why should we have hope for some of these players? Maybe there's something that we don't know. So feel free to let me know. And as far as this show goes, I want to thank all of you for joining and keeping in tune. I appreciate all the likes, all the subscribes to all the reels. Keep it, guys, coming. And until then, I'll take care. I'll see you guys on the next show. Peace.